I believe we have 2 more sessions.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're coming towards the end of the Twits. The carpet goes on the ceiling. Remember last time they were painting all that glue on the ceiling?
What now?
They all said, looking at Mugglewump.
Aha!
Cried Mugglewump.
Now for the fun! Now for the greatest upside-down trick of all time! Are you ready?
Ooh, 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 ooh. We're ready, said the monkeys. Ooh, we're ready, said the birds.
Pull out the carpet!
Shouted Mugglewump.
Pull this huge carpet out from under the furniture and stick it to the ceiling!
Ooh, 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 onto the ceiling, cried one of the small monkeys. Ooh, ooh, but that's impossible, Dad.
I'll stick you onto the ceiling if you don't shh,
snapped Mugglewump. Ooh, he's dotty, they cried. He's balmy.
He's batty.
He's naughty.
He's screwy. Ooh, he's wacky, cried the roly-poly bird. Ooh, poor old Muggles have gone off his wump at last.
Oh, do stop shouting such rubbish and give me a hand,
said Mugglewump, catching hold of one corner of the carpet.
Pull it! Pull! The
carpet was enormous. It covered the entire floor from wall to wall. It had red and gold pattern on it. It is not easy to pull an enormous carpet off the floor when the room is full of tables and chairs.
Pull!
Yelled Mugglewump.
Pull, pull, pull!
He was like a demon hopping around the room and telling everyone what to do. But you couldn't blame him. After months and months of standing on his head with his family, he couldn't wait for the time when the terrible Twits would be doing the same thing. At least, that's what he hoped. With all the monkeys and the birds all pulling and puffing, the carpet was dragged off the floor and finally hoisted up onto the ceiling. And there, it stuck. All at once, the whole ceiling of the living room was carpeted in red and gold.
The furniture goes up. Now, the table! The big table! shouted Mugglewump. Turn the table upside down and put a dollop of sticky glue onto the bottom of each leg. Then we shall stick that onto the ceiling as well. Hoisting the huge table upside down onto the ceiling was not an easy job, but they managed it in the end.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Will it stay there?
They cried.
Is the glue strong enough to hold it up?
It's the strongest glue in the world, Mugglewump replied. It's the special bird-catching, bird-killing glue for smearing on trees.
Oh, please,
said the roly-poly bird.
I have asked you before not to mention that subject. How would you like it if it was monkey pie they made every Wednesday and all your friends had been boiled up and I went on talking about it?
I do beg your pardon, said Mugglewump. I'm so excited I hardly know what I'm saying. Now the chairs, do the same with the chairs. All the chairs must be stuck upside down to the ceiling and in their right places. Oh, do hurry up, everybody. Any moment now, those 2 people are going to come rushing in with their guns. The monkeys, with the birds helping them, put glue on the bottom of each chair leg and hoisted them up to the ceiling. That's right. Now the smaller tables, shouted Mugglewump, and the big sofa, and the sideboard, and the lamps, and all the teeny tiny little things, the ashtrays, the ornaments, and that beastly plastic gnome on the sideboard. Everything, absolute everything must be on the ceiling. It was terribly hard work. It was especially especially difficult to stick everything onto the ceiling in exactly its right place, but they got it done in the end.
"Ooh, what now?"
asked the roly-poly bird. He was out of breath and so tired he could hardly flap his wings. "Now the pictures!" cried Muggle-Wub. "Turn all the pictures upside down. And will one of you birds please fly out onto the road and watch to see when those frumpious freaks are coming back?"
"Ooh, I'll go,"
said the roly-poly bird.
"and sit on the telephone wires and keep guard. He'll give me a rest." The ravens swoop over. They had only just finished the job when the roly-poly bird came swooping him, screaming, "Oh, they're back! They're coming back!" Quickly, the birds flew back onto the roof of the house. The monkeys rushed into their cage and stood upside down, one on top of the other. A moment later, Mr. and Mrs. Twit came marching into the garden, each carrying a fearsome-looking gun. "I'm glad to see those monkeys are still upside down," said Mr. Twit.
"They're too ignorant to do anything else,"
said Mrs. Twit.
"Hey, look at those cheeky birds still up there on the roof. Let's go inside and load our lovely new guns, and then it'll be bang, bang, bang! Bird pie for supper!"
Just as Mr. and Mrs. Twit were about to enter the house, two black ravens swooped low over their heads. Each bird carried a paintbrush in its claw, and each paintbrush was smeared with sticky glue. As the ravens whizzed over, they brushed a streak of sticky glue onto the tops of Mr. and Mrs. Twit's heads. They did it with the lightest touch. But even so, the Twits both felt it.
"What was that?"
cried Mrs. Twit.
"Some beastly bird has dropped its dirty droppings on my head."
"And on mine too!" shouted Mrs. Twit. I felt it! I felt it!
"Don't touch it!"
cried Mrs. Twit.
"You'll get it all over your hands. Come inside and we'll wash it off at the sink."
"The filthy, dirty brutes!" yelled Mr. Twit. "I'll bet they did it on purpose. Just wait till I've loaded up my gun." Mrs. Twit got the key from under the doormat, where Muggle-Wump had carefully replaced it, and into the house they went.